Yes, guys, welcome to Bala Sports. How you guys doing? Abdullahi,
We good, man.
Queens, how you guys doing, brothers?
What's the vibes,
I'm
man?
all well, bro. Hope all's well with you guys.
Damn,
What's good?
it's back, man. The boys are back. The Premier League boys are back. I miss you guys, man. What's been happening?
Still at the top. Still at the top.
Where we belong. Where we belong, you know what I'm saying?
Lonely, lonely, lonely.
Well, anyways, man, let me talk to the Bala Sport family out there, man. What's good, man? It's your boy Musa. You know, we got to get into the Premier League Matchweek 17 reactions. Of course, there was a lot of festival of fixtures this window, man. No disappointment, of course, man. A lot of drama. You know, some teams are winning 10 games straight. If y'all know what I'm talking about, the Wolves are still 2 point. How the hell you still got 2 points in week 17?
Who's winning 10 games straight?
Man.
Villa, man. What you talking about,
Villa.
brother?
Aston Villa, man.
They
Let me
coming.
check that. They won
Rodgers
10
and
games
that, blood.
straight?
They're coming.
Morgan Rodgers,
They
blood.
coming.
You know the man.
They're coming.
10 games, blood, in
Hold
a
on,
row.
bro. I gotta
They're
check
on the
that.
way.
They coming.
Unai
Check that. Maybe I
Emery.
might be wrong,
Unai
but you can
Emery,
check that, bro.
10 games in
Unai
the Prem?
Emery, yes.
There's no way.
All
Let me
all
check.
competitions. All competitions, I believe.
All competition, bro.
I
Okay,
think it's
I thought we
all
were talking about the
competitions.
Prem.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about the promo, but we still gotta give
Um,
credit to Villa, man. We can't forget
We
about
still
Villa,
respect
man.
it.
They are
We
in the
still
Premier
respect
League.
it.
Okay.
Because you never know, man. You might be Leicester City shit all over again, man. Somebody gonna pull it
You
off.
never know.
You know,
You
Arsenal
never know.
get at the end of the
10
season.
games straight. That's still pretty good, though. Yeah, if it's all competition, that's still pretty good. But if it was in a
man.
Prem, like,
Yes.
okay, they should be number one if we're talking like Prem, but nah.
Right. But let's break
Unai
down the big
Emery is-
moments and the big wins. You know, of course, I have some big question for you guys, man, because this weekend, man, the Premier League, man, it's no joke, man. Arsenal is still on top of the table heading to Christmas. And Arsenal did what they had to do, man, beating Everton 1-0 at the Goodison Park, of course. You know, and I don't know if I'm mistaken or not, man, you guys got 39 points, so y'all didn't win the Premier League yet because they still got a lot more points to go. But I want to get you both of you guys' reactions at the Arsenal 1-0 win. What do you think about that game, the first game? Well, the 1-0 win against Everton.
To be honest with you, I think it was kind of like a subpar game. We had to win. We had to win, but at the same time, it's like we want to also like put in a performance where we've seen like we can actually do this for the remainder of the season, like keep up and actually win it in the end. As far as it being subpar, we only clicked like in certain moments. Like we weren't like clicking throughout the whole of the first half or the whole of the second half. We were good in spurts, and that's not what we want. We want to be good throughout an entirety of a half. If not a half, maybe at least a quarter, every other quarter. I don't know, but we weren't really that good. But when we were like in the ascendancy kind of sort of thing, we weren't finishing either. So 1-0, I'll take it. You know what I mean? 3 points at the end of the day is all that matters, and we move forward.
Man, this is the fourth time. Well, this is the third time in the past 4 seasons Arsenal head into the Christmas break, into Christmas being on top of the table. Coins, what's the difference between this time and the past few times? What you think?
My brother, table close. So, do I tell you, we always get in ourselves into little situations where it seems like we're searching for that goal to give the whole populace, let them relax. You know, the win was good. We would take the 3 points, right? But I was just on the phone with the great Joe, and he said we need to be more clinical in front of the goal. We hit the post. Hey, that happens. You know, but I guess as footballers, we're looking at the pattern of things from the last 3 games, 4 games leading up. You know, we had a whole week of rest. So the fans were saying, they're showing us the team is finishing, we're working on finishing. Are we really creating the chances and really shooting? And we got chances that we should have scored. Yes. The team got the 3 points. Yes. But we have to realize what's going on. City is on a tear. Okay? If we slip, we slide right now. And the style that we're playing, like I said, we're kind of scratching our hands on the chalkboard as we're squeaking by. I will take the 3 points. We have to win ugly to win pretty again. This is the pattern. Again, Arsenal have been in the lead going into Christmas, I believe 5 times before, and we still haven't ended up with the trophy. You understand? So you have to give as a footballer, we're giving it a Kobe Bryant mentality kind of thing is, hey, we have a job here to do, and there's a way you go about it. And Aston Villa and Arsenal are catching form, but it was a good game for Arsenal as a moral win, but I believe we have to take note of the form of the team.
I mean, like, I don't want to sound biased, but you know, you guys have been playing solid. I mean, you guys are solid, but you guys haven't been dominated like the way we expected. 3 point is 3 point, which is good.
But is it convincing, you know?
Even when we're not convincing, we still seem to pull results, you know, and that's what matters at the end of the day. We still get 3
Yes, but
points. You know what I mean?
that's why
We rarely lose. You know what I mean?
exactly. That's
So
why.
we're in a very like, my bad, Brody. We're in like
No,
a
go ahead.
very peculiar situation because it's like we're good, but sometimes we're bad. But when we are bad, it's not like we're bad. You know what I mean? We're just bad in terms of Arsenal being bad, not necessarily the
Correct.
outside world looking at us as being bad. You know what I mean? So I
Yes.
mean,
So what do
hopefully they
you?
can like. Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Hopefully
You
we
were
can.
saying
Well,
something.
what do you think about the lineup that we went? Because since Tottenham, I'm noticing Eze scored how many? He scored a hat trick in Tottenham since Tottenham, and
Right.
Noni Madueke had a beautiful Champions League performance. You understand? But it seems like
Mm-hmm.
in a game like the Everton game, we could just need that little extra spark or something to put a game like that away. I understand Arteta's preserving. He's smart, as in I'm not gonna tell him he's doing anything wrong. You know, he's kind of preserving the players, whereas none of these players can play today, type of thing, because we have a Villa coming up, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm going to work with what I have now. But what do you think of the lineup that he went with?
I mean, bro, aside from the defense, because, we're still kind of lacking in our defensive department at the moment, going forward, anybody that he puts out there should be able to get the job done, to be honest with you. He got everybody. He's got all the tools in the world, the bench, the starters. They should be able to do it, bro. It doesn't matter who we really start in terms of going forward.
I like
So,
that
I
answer,
mean,
you know.
you know what I mean? They should just be able
that's
to
a
do it.
great take.
And if they don't, it's really on them.
Right.
That's a great take.
Because at this
Yeah.
moment right now, because you guys do got the depth to execute. Now the fans, I mean,
Yes.
is the basketball community really got a question that somebody just asked me that I gotta ask. I mean, same question every time when you talk about Arsenal. Can they finally win the league this season?
Bro,
I'll let you go first. Yeah.
you want me to go first? I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. This is like the first time as an Arsenal fan where we've been in this position numerous times now, and it's just like, are we actually gonna do it? And this and that. If I'm being real with you, yes, but it's not.
Yeah.
I'm still kind of like anxious and scared type of thing. But I want to say, yeah,
There we go.
this season, this time around, yeah, I want to say, yeah, we could do this.
I believe
We have
we can do it.
everything that we need, bro. We have everything that we need.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's for the long haul. So I'm not getting too caught up with, again, how we won. We're winning. You have to win ugly and pretty. But do we have the team? They literally built the team to win the championship this year.
Yeah,
Players,
yeah.
many players are taking a pay cut. We didn't even send the young players on loan because you have them there just in case. You have them there for all We have a team for all competitions now. So again, it's on the players to perform, like you said. So I believe Arsenal can do it. They have
100%,
the
bro.
team to do it. They have the team to do it. So we'll see how we go. But the teams behind us are starting to steamroll. And this is the business
Yeah.
end right here. Christmas to the end, so I'm not saying Arsenal can't do it, but we just need to take note of the competition.
Now, this is what I think, but y'all could correct me if I'm wrong. Arsenal is in perfect position right now. Yes, I got the hat on, Chelsea fan. I'm going to be honest. I pick you guys to win the Premier League season this year based on the experience and what you guys have won through the past 4 or 5 years. Having the same manager, seeing the way your back line is and the goalkeeper. Y'all got the best goalkeeper in the league. Hands down, can't deny that, But, yeah, but also history's... but also history, I say something different where you got choked at exactly the same spot before City and everybody else, man. But honestly, if you guys could stay consistent and injury-free and avoid slipping up some games or Atata doesn't overthink things, I think you guys might get the opportunity to win this season. And it's going to be,
In terms of this choking thing, I think we only choked one season out of the past 3 that we failed, bro.
Man, stop,
And
bro.
that was
now you talking.
For real, like, come on, let's be real, bro.
Stop.
If I'm not mistaken, the Newcastle ball out. You remember that play where they play with our points, man.
Yeah.
They play, but listen. When it's time for Arsenal to win, they don't want Arsenal to win in England, and we just need to be real with that now. Look, when we play against Chelsea and these teams, every team is coming to crush us, to remind us. Every team comes to play us.
That's what competition is. So how does that have to do about you guys choking?
Every team comes to destroy us because they know Arsenal have not won. That's what it's in their mind. So it's extra drama. It's extra drama with our side, bro. But I believe if we keep the foot down, man, we have the team to get there.
It's literally do or die this season, bro. For Arteta, for Arsenal, like
yes,
all of us.
You know what? I'm not gonna go back and forth. I'm not gonna go back and forth against 2 Arsenal fans because you guys want to give excuses that it never was a choke. When you bubble something, you bubble it. And I totally agree though. Go ahead.
Like I said before, out of those previous seasons, the only season that I would say we realistically choked was the first season. The second season, we kept up with City, or they kept up with us. In the end, they took it. The one with Liverpool, bro, that's a write-off. And then now we got this season, bro. Come on, let's be real.
And
The one with
if you
Liverpool was
guys want to
riddled with
call,
injuries and a lot of weird shit that was going on that season. A whole bunch of weird shit. Like, you've seen it
and you
too,
telling
bro.
me,
Let's be real.
and you telling me the other teams doesn't had injury like Chelsea Football Club had plenty injuries in
No,
the
I
past
mean,
four or
it's not
five
just
years.
injuries, bro. It's just a bunch of weird stuff. It was just a bunch of weird stuff. Let's just say that. And then plus, we sucked. We sucked at the end of the day. And that's why Liverpool won.
Yes, they're more
Yeah, choke.
clinical.
Now
You
we
know,
got this season.
we looking for
The
They
Arsenal
were
word
to
the
is
be
better
choke.
more.
team the whole season.
Yes, we looking for Arsenal to be more clinical in this run, in this part of the run here versus prior years. We just need to be more clinical, and we can't lose. You know,
I agree.
George told me. You see the goal that Trossard gets. You see that chance. If it's a
Yo, bro,
Ronaldo-esque player, if it's a they take the chance. Saka gets the
bro,
ball. He got the ball in front of the goal, and he did not look.
if
He
this
just
man
rushed him.
if this man Trossard came off the bench and took that chance, he would have scored
He
that,
would have
bro.
scored. He would have scored. He would have. I
Right.
believe.
Isn't that funny
I
though?
believe. You know, I believe.
If he
It's
came off the
the
bench,
game. The game is interesting like that. You know what? Hey, we got the 3 points. We were fortunate. The man is playing volleyball. We're
But
fortunate. That's how they
unfortunately,
get the ball rolling for us.
there's a team. City's flexing with Holland this game.
Woo!
Manchester City is reminding everybody why they still why this is a benchmark of the Premier League in the past 6-7 years, man, with beating West Ham 3-0. How worried you guys are of Man City being right behind you guys by 2 points going into Christmas? It's City back.
go ahead, bro.
They're
You
ro-
want to go first?
they're rolling. Hey, I can't deny that boy Holland he's rolling, man. And hey, with Arsenal, I look at the playing style. I believe Pep teaches them to win or play the ball in different ways. They play right in front of you. They create and they keep creating right in front of the defense. Then they push it wide and it's to Holland. You know, they play and they're playing in a different way now, whereas they're not worrying if they're gonna create a chance. They're just worrying just to finish the ball. That's what City is playing like right now. It's not, and you know, every game is different, but I'm just looking at the form of how they've been building up to kind of shorten the gap. The guy Holland he's answering, so tricky as well. They're creating a lot of chances. In a team like that, when they start to create chances, you know they steamroll. So we have to stay on point with City. That's my take for that. We have to stay on point.
Bro, they have the best striker in the world. It's point blank period, bro. As long as City's clicking, I feel like Holland's going to be clicking, and he only needs one or two chances for him to bag. When they're not clicking, he's like MIA. He's missing, if we're being honest. When Holland's not scoring for City, they can still get goals, but they're not like on a consistent basis. Whereas when Holland's scoring consistently, they're unstoppable. But as far as them keeping up with us, I don't think they're the City of the old where they can consistently win like maybe 2, 3, 4 games in a row. I don't think they can do that. Maybe we can't do that either. But as far as just keeping it together throughout the entire season, I think we can best them this season. And we'll show it at the end, bro. We're gonna
Yeah.
lift that thing at the end. You know what I mean? We're
In
gonna
the
show
end,
it.
yeah.
I don't think they can. In the end, I think we'll pull it through. We have more than what they have.
Today's what, the 21st? And I heard Abdullahi say that you guys are going to lift it at the end. I remember
Bro,
this day.
write it down, put it on your wall. We'll do whatever you want, man.
You guys got this. Okay. I mean,
They've went up in one stat on the table. That's the goal differential. You understand? That's the only reason. That's the only thing that you can't take from City. So, but if we're playing the long game, I believe we can outstep them because of
Yeah.
they had a lull. You see their weaknesses as in they will give up goals to win, but that's kind of a dangerous game to play. You understand? If you give up so many,
but you
might
play
not
the
be
game
able
to win. That's the difference, though. I think that's the
But that
difference. Even the game against Chelsea versus Arsenal. Like, I feel like Atata doesn't play games to win the game, but he more play not to lose the game.
that
Sometimes you
exactly
got to go out to win.
exactly.
Yeah,
And I
I
believe
agree with you on that.
I believe Arteta. It's his, like I say, the style of ball he plays. He's not risky with the ball. As in, if we can't go there, we will go back to come around to go again. You understand?
Find another route.
He don't chop on to. He don't play no Dyson ball. He don't play it diagonal really. in the attacking third. He will bring it around. You understand that, to play the safe game for as long as we have the ball and we can do something with it and not give it up in a dangerous area. I see that's how Arteta plays, so it's less risky. Pep Guardiola, he said we need to score. If we're gonna score, if they're gonna score 4, we're gonna score 5 because we got the best striker in the world and the players that create the chances. So it's interesting to watch. It's literal chess. It's a great chess match that we're watching here. So whichever style, they're both winning styles, but you have to play to win. That's my point with my team. We have to play to win. You know, we show signs of playing this way. I know they've been rating Arteta. Messi just rated Arteta what, third best coach in the world, if not behind Pep or something like that. He knows how to play this style, but he's doing it his own way.
Stop, man. Third
He's
best.
doing it
Now
his
you
own way.
squawking, bro. Stop this nonsense, bro.
The
Stop,
thing
man. We're not
about
about to go
Arteta,
there, man. Go
the
ahead.
thing
He
about
does.
him, I think he's like he's very risk averse at the wrong time, like the wrong
Right.
games. Whereas in
Yeah.
Champions League, I feel like he just it's free roam. They could just do whatever they want, play how they.
Exactly. That's my
I don't
point.
understand why he doesn't translate that back to the Prem.
To the Premier
You
League.
don't need to play
That
risk
is my
averse
point.
football with every team in the Prem. You know what I mean?
That is my
And that's
point.
where this whole where we're not clicking thing comes into play. And I think
Yeah,
it kind
it's an imbalance. It's an imbalance now.
confuses the players at times. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, it creates imbalance.
You hear the man talk. That's the imbalance. They want to play a certain way. We look the best on the run in transition. Look when we got the ball and it comes over to Trossard now. Rice lays it off. That's the more free-flowing style we were playing in 2022. We're running on teams. Now it's more controlled. It's more, and I heard the guys playing. Paul Scholes and these guys are talking. I don't know if they're taking a dig at Arsenal. Football's no fun no more. It's all control. It's all controlled. They're seeing it too. But hey,
bro,
if it's effective,
they're speaking a little bit of facts and taking a dig at the same time. But
yes,
we know what they're saying. We know what they're saying.
Yeah. So I mean, like you said, it's the imbalance, as in when you're looking at Man City, they're not really scared to go on their attack. When you look at Arsenal, we're coddling the ball. We coddle the ball a lot, and you know.
Sorry to cut you off, but
No,
then the word is that we have the best defense in the league, this and that. Our backups are the best. If we're like the best, you know, why don't we have trust in our guys to be able to do what we want to do? You know what I mean?
All right, guys, man. I don't want to turn this to all about Arsenal, man. There's more stuff to talk about, man. I agree. I totally agree. I totally agree with everything you guys are saying, man. I'm learning a lot because from what I'm seeing, man, you guys got the best squad and you guys been together for a long time. And if anybody that could take over this season, I was expecting to be Arsenal. I pick you guys to win the Premier League, the Champions League, not so much, but yes, I agree with everything you guys say with Arsenal. But meanwhile, we can't forget about Villa. Villa are flying high. They are flying, man. Morgan Rogers scored 2 brilliant solo goals to beat Manchester United.
He scored 2 bangers today, bro. He scored 2 bangers.
Bro.
Yes, two of them.
Son is the real deal.
Hold on. I guess Manchester United at the Villa Park make it 10 straight wins in all competition. Villa are not just 3 points off the top. 3 points off. Oh, this is crazy. Well, I don't know why I'm not surprised, man, because they do got one of the best head coaches in the league that Arsenal should have kept, but that's a story for another day. They're keeping this form going. They're seriously title contenders. Now, the question I got to ask again that people want to know is Aston Villa really title threat or just a hot streak? Abdullahi?
Hot streak. Hot streak, bro.
That's a foul.
That guy, Unai Emery, that guy is he gets you like, you know, amped up or whatever, excited just to bring you down again, bro. It's happened with Villa at least how many times now? What they finished last season? Like 7?
Yeah.
That was
something like that.
They was up there for a minute in the beginning.
You remember they broke our hearts, you know?
Yeah, they did.
You remember they broke our hearts.
But in the end they fell off.
Twice.
And they crashed out early in the Champions League.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter. We lost out anyway, bro.
Villa is the team that you don't want to face.
Hold on. Let Abdullahi finish his stay quick. They get to your question. Right.
Yeah, but like I was saying, I don't think they're just on a little spurt, you know, little hot streak, good run of form. In the end, I don't think they're going to have enough to really amount to anything. You know what I mean? I think Chelsea's going to catch up to them and, you know, finish top 4. Villa's probably going to finish between 5th and 7th. Don't let Unai Emery fool you, man. I'm telling you, this guy.
You sound like Arsenal fan.
Don't let him fool you, bro. I'm telling you. That guy is a fraud.
Of course, talk to me.
Yeah.
Is a real title threat or just a hot streak?
I believe it's a hot streak. It's like NBA player that shoots. He can shoot, but he's sporadic. That's my take. They just get in a hot streak and then they get into the cycle of things. Players get injured or players go out and the team starts to shift around, and that's when they kind of drop off, I believe. So I believe they can still keep the pace. Don't get me wrong. I didn't even realize Jadon Sancho and these guys over
Let
at
me look at the
Aston Villa.
table again.
Morgan Rogers, he is in form, but I believe they're going to need a little bit more than that. They have a squad to compete in every game, and their coach gives them the chance to do that with his history. So I believe it's a hot streak, though. But they did break our hearts, and we won't forget that the next game when we play them is going to be a battle.
And that game is very soon too.
That game
Just
is next week. That game is after Christmas, I believe.
Is it next?
Is it next week? It may be.
No. You're right. I think it's after Christmas.
Yeah.
All right, for me right now, Villa are playing like a title contender. 10 straight win, solid defense. Rodgers looking like Rodgers on fire. Hopefully, he's still like. But the Premier League, the one thing I love about the Premier League is a marathon. It's not a race. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with you, Abdullahi. You know what I mean? Right now they are hot. But sometimes when you don't have enough depth, like the way Arsenal or Chelsea or City does, that's what I feel like teams like Villa get a little bit, bit down throughout the middle, maybe like coming to February, maybe one or two injuries, they fall apart because they don't have that really killers on the bench that could come in and change the game night in and night out or game in and game out. But if they keep this form through January and keep on putting the pressure, there's some teams out there that like to choke at the end of December, man. I don't know if y'all know who that is, but I'm gonna keep it silent with you guys. There's a team out there that like to get choked.
You know who they play
next. If you want to be real, it's really after February. It's never December, bro. What are you talking
about? It's not December. It's not December. They let them talk, man. Chelsea plays Aston Villa. The next game.
That's you confessing to me that you guys do be choking. All right, I got you.
No, I'm just saying get your like whatever facts right is all I'm trying to say.
The next game, Chelsea, Aston Villa.
Okay, man. Yeah, that's gonna be tough, man.
Is that your next? Is that your next game?
No, that's Chelsea's next game, I believe.
Aston Villa. What I mean. That's what Chelsea's next game.
You see, the difference between Chelsea and Arsenal is that we are accustomed beating Villa. We're not much of Villa for some reason. Emery got something against you guys that want to just destroy your title hope, as he did last season.
Yeah, it's just Emery. It's just Emery. It's not Villa.
I told you.
I don't like that guy.
Everybody comes.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So that's different. But speaking of Chelsea, man, let's get this thing cracking down with Chelsea first, man. Chelsea and Newcastle and Chelsea play out a 2-2 draw at State James Park. My brother, when you want to talk about tale of two halves, man, this is where you come down to watch a football match or tale of two halves. This is the definition of tale of two halves. I could sit here and make all the excuses I want, which there's no excuses except for I'm gonna lie to myself. Chelsea played like a piece of shit in the first half. It's like they forgot that this is match day. They forgot that this is a Premier League game that they got to come and play and show up. Because Newcastle got 7 or 8 injuries, if I'm not mistaken, and they come out here in the first half and just attack Chelsea. Though I'm surprised they only scored 2 goals on us. It could have been more. The game could have been over in the first half. And I'm being real with it. Like, the game should have been over in the first half the way Chelsea was playing. Not just 1, not just 2, not just 3. I feel like every outfield player out there should be ashamed of themselves. Cole Palmer is not himself. Grown injuries, no joke. I don't know why they keep rushing to come in. We was doing well when he was out. I'm not saying that we are best. We are the best with him, but without him, we will struggle. But we were winning games. We play against Liverpool, Arsenal, teams like that without him. So I don't understand why he was out there. He was a passenger for me, especially in the first half. But in the second half, this is why it's always called tale of two halves. When the ball bounces, it bounces. Chelsea show up in the second half to take control of the game. Reece James, the free kick, God, you can't make that shit up, bro. Chelsea got a lot. That was a beautiful free kick, man. So I gotta give it to them because we know we're capable of playing like this. And I am gonna say this here to all Chelsea fans, man. This is the time for us to support Enzo Maresca as a head coach. Because I don't know what's going on with the owners. I don't know what's the beef is. The owners intend to do this. I think that Enzo started to think like, I think Enzo is ahead of the project. He believed this is bigger, so he's asking for players as he wants. He want to make some things happen. I haven't said Esther Williams is the Leeds United again when he struggled. And it's the Premier League, bro. Young kid is going to struggle. But I don't think he should bench him for every freaking game. He at least put him in, especially in this game. Garnacho, yes, he was a threat going forward, but that guy can't fucking do. Just how let's hit the target. This guy just kicking field goals, man. Like I'm watching an NFL game. But other than that, with the second half, man, we could have, but Joao Pedro's equalizer was a beautiful goal, man. Nice finish and whatnot. And we were supposed to beat Newcastle. I know it was our way. I know playing at St. James Park is no joke. Chelsea, the first half cannot happen, and that happened. The same way we come out to play against Arsenal, bro. That's the same way we got to come out and play. You got to get the same intensity. Doesn't matter who you play. Who you play, bro. This is the Premier League. Because in the blink of the eye, man, you might find yourself on the 8th spot, and coming back up to top 4 ain't going to be easy. So what do you guys think about a Chelsea 2-2 draw with Newcastle?
I mean, to be quite honest with you, your form hasn't really been all too great ever since you guys played us. Like, you know what I mean? I think you guys been like, what, lose, draw, something like that. I don't even know if you've won a game since you played us.
That's really,
but you were playing against Newcastle, bro. It's really hard to get a win there, bro. Let's be real. It's really hard to get a win there. So, like, you have to be on your P's and Q's to really get it done over there. You know what I mean? I don't think you guys just did enough, really. You crawled your ways back into the game, but other than that, you just didn't have enough, bro. And I don't know if you could put it on the manager either. Like, you know what I mean? Like, your players really have to pull their weight when it gets hard or like dark. You know what I mean? But as far as the result, I guess it was kind of fair, you know. Not saying Newcastle like really did anything amazing in that, but yeah, 2-2 is probably fair.
Quince?
Yeah, it was going to that stadium, like you said, is never easy. I believe Chelsea showed character tying that game. They were I see the Chelsea fans in the banter saying it's Reece James Park. You know, if you got the win, I would be saying the same thing.
Who said that?
That's the banter right now, all on Twitter, is Reece James Park. They've been saying Reece James Park, but I think Newcastle has your number for the past few. Y'all creating a little. Y'all creating a little battle, and it was good to watch. I believe Chelsea's still a team that's looking to bloom. They're still building, and like you said, Maresca, if they trust him, he has the great ideas. Where did you say Willian Estevao? Where was he? Is he injured?
Right. I haven't seen Estevao in the past couple games, which is a little disappointed because he played the fans we want to see play. I know against Leeds United, he would struggle, and rightful so, bro. Like some of these teams, they come out here to play dirty, and once you start playing aggressive and as physical as you can against skillful players like this, that's why you mentioned what George mentioned. Like when I play against George, man, I'm trying to hurt his ass. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want him to dance around me.
The manager, Maresca, should have known this. Like, he managed in the championship.
Right.
Skillful players are never given, like, an easy day. You know what I mean? Right. Especially young guys. Now you're coming up to the Premier, you're not getting an easy day with anybody. Even Wolves are not giving you an easy day. You know what I mean? Like, you have to bet him in. And as far as Maresca and his usage of Estevao, I think it's kind of been poor, really. Like, yeah, he's had his one or two, those breakout games where he looks good, but he can't keep that up consistently. At least not right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's got to be like he plays maybe a half, or maybe just come in for a half. Not full-on games. At least not right now. He's not Yamal. Let's be real. He's not Yamal.
Yeah.
There we go, man. Here we go. How do you know that if he's not getting...
Bro, come on, man.
He's not there yet.
Him. Nah,
he hasn't had enough opportunity yet.
It's not even about the opportunity, bro. It's just some guys' development is ahead of others. You know what I mean? And
so if you're telling me right now you put Lamine Yamal in the Prem, it's gonna be the same thing that he's doing right now in La Liga.
No, he's gonna have to adjust, bro.
Right. That's what Esteban Williams is going through. He just had to adjust, and his adjustment has come. The game against Liverpool, a game against Arsenal. Some of these games he actually show up because you know why? Because teams like that doesn't play like the way Leeds United play. You guys play ball. You know what I mean? Because you guys also got the type of players that's willing to showcase the skills or the talents, But when you play against guys like Leeds United that just lower block, aggressive, like Crystal Palace, same thing, intense. I'm a dirty player. This is how we earn our paycheck. It's totally different. So, so I understand, he gotta adapt. There's more time to come. But speaking of that, though, adaptations are happening here, especially with Alexander Isak playing for Liverpool. Liverpool edge Spurs. I'm sorry, this guy done too.
Ex-Newcastle, Brody. They in your head? What's going on?
Nah. I'm trying to get back to the Liverpool versus Spurs game. Like, so we
Yeah.
forgot about the Chelsea Liverpool game and the Newcastle game. But Liverpool edge 9-man Spurs. This is funny shit. Anyway, to keep the momentum 2-1. What's going on with Liverpool? What's going on with Spurs? Which one is more? I wouldn't even say that because Spurs they're just falling apart. I just want to move on to the next game, man. Talk to me about Liverpool, man. Liverpool find the momentum. Is this something they're gonna continue going, or Musa like gonna have to leave, or what's going on, Quincy?
I believe they cleared up their little riff that they had when Salah came out and said they might be throwing him under the bus. I think that the coach and the player settled their differences, and I believe he got an assist after that. And this game, you can't really even explain it. They won, right?
Yeah, they won 2-1
Yeah, they
against
2-1 in the
9-man Spurs.
that was a 9-man
Wait,
Spurs game. Yeah.
they won, but hold on. Also, one thing, I think Mo Salah's not even there right now. Is he not?
No,
Yeah,
Mo Salah isn't
He's
African.
because of AFCON.
AFCON,
So
okay.
it's good to see that. I mean, the striker got his goal and the other striker got his goal, but they both went off injured. It's something you can't really explain. It looks like they're
That's
hitting
crazy.
a little form, but you can't really explain a game like this. I've never seen anything. On the other side for Spurs,
Right.
it's like they lose their head sometime when it's a type of game. Richarlison is a total nut. Did you see him holding the guy down in the goal? He's holding his neck down after he scores. Like, they
I'm like,
what's their objective?
you're losing, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah, what is your objective? At the end of the day, when you're playing in the Premier League, you gotta have discipline. If you don't have discipline, you can't win. So that's why I'm not saying Liverpool is like that, but Tottenham is like you're a mockery now. One game you look good, flying colors, then the next game you're playing like worse than Leeds. I don't even know how to explain it, and the players just lose their head. Christian Romero, he's a great center back, and he puts his team, like, I saw him score 2 goals a couple games ago to tie a game by himself, and then he goes and does that. Your team had a chance. You had 90. It was in what, 90th minute. So I don't really understand.
Breaking up, my guy. Abdullahi, want to take over? What's going on with Liverpool Spurs, man? Go ahead, my bad.
You can hear me?
Come back. Yeah.
Now we
good?
can.
Back now? All right. Yeah, the internet
Definitely.
just went.
But you done, buddy?
Yeah, go ahead, Abdullahi. What you think?
Hold on,
No, why you at, Abdullahi? Give me your take on that Spurs Liverpool Spurs game.
As far as Liverpool, I mean, they're kind of doing all they can right now to somewhat, save their season, at least finish in top 5, I would say. I don't think they're in a title race anymore. They can do whatever they can, but what Arsenal and City are doing right now is just too much. I don't think they could catch up. As far as the game against Tottenham, I kind of expected that. Both of their strikers scored, which is good, Of course, you already said both of them went out injured. I think Isak injury is actually the worst one out of them all. I think it's like a leg break or something like that. But they're trying to get it together, and they will at some point. But by that time, everything is kind of gonna be out of their reach. That's just on the Liverpool side. Tottenham, I don't really think too much of these guys. They're not really gonna be doing much this season. This guy Richarlison, every time he scores, his goals amount to nothing. Like, they mean nothing at the end of the game. Yeah, bro, they're just Tottenham, bro. It's chaos with those guys. They win one and they think they're on top of the world type thing, and then they lose 3 straight. Like, as a team for them, I don't know where they're going, but yeah, Liverpool is doing all they can to kind of salvage their season, and being Tottenham is one way to go about it.
Crazy. It's over with that, man. Quincy, you got a last second on the Liverpool versus
Yeah,
Spurs?
sorry, my internet, but yeah,
You straight, bro.
it's like you're watching Christian Romero. You're a leader. You play for Argentina, World Cup winner, and you put your team in a chance. You get a free kick. You earn the free kick, and you got 9 men. You're putting your team, giving them a chance in the 90th minute to tie with 9 men, and that's what you do. So what is your real objective? If you're really trying to be of the elite or not be a banter club, you can't do banter things. But that was just mindless, and I guess he's maybe gotten away with some things in the past doing these kind of acts. So a player will keep doing it or pushing the limits when you get in a position like this, and you just let your team down. That's what letting the team down is to me.
Yeah.
You got to give your team a chance to play. And for Liverpool, you can't really explain it. You'll yeah.
I would say, like, for a team to be down 9 men, I think that's on the manager. Like, what is going on? You know what I mean? This is a very
and it's an
top-level
odd
game.
situation.
Yeah,
Tottenham,
Robin.
they get a new stadium. They get everything. They get a new stadium. They have elite everything. That's where people go. All the biggest concerts in the world are in your stadium, and
Right.
Yeah.
that's how the biggest boxing matches, everything. Team is they made your team a staple. You know, to be something, and the players are not reflecting that. It's very
At
unprofessional,
all.
I should say.
The
Yeah,
Tottenham
it looks like
football team does not reflect that at all.
Not
no,
at all,
the
bro.
Tottenham football
They should
team
just
does not reflect the environment. It don't reflect the environment. They need to move.
nah.
Mm-mm.
You know,
They
that's a
need to move. They need to
ridiculous.
get out
It's
of London
ridiculous to
because you got
watch.
Arsenal, you got Chelsea. Nah, they ain't gonna make it there, man. They
Yeah,
just
like
dude. Top look, they gotta go.
what is the objective? You know, when it comes to the London Derby and Arsenal and Chelsea, but then when you go to play Tottenham, you know, Arsenal fans, you know, we've gotten our battles with Chelsea, we got our battles with Man United, but when it comes to Tottenham, everybody is just joking before the game, literally, because that's unprofessionalism.
Pick
I
one
don't
lane.
get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, guys, man. But on the flip side, man, Manchester United in a rot, man. They lost 2-1 against Villa. Bruno went off injury at the
Jesus.
halftime, and they now lost 17. I mean, they now what? Lost 5 out of 17 games. The Amory project is still all over the place, man. United fans are asking this question: what's going on with Manchester United? Make sure I read that question right, because I don't know why they're still surprised. Yeah, that is what they say. What's going on with Manchester United, fellas?
Abdullahi,
I
He's
don't
scratching
know,
his
to
head
be
like, I
honest,
don't know.
bro. Like, to be honest with you, I don't know. Like, it's a organizational calamity or something. I don't know. But I think, season by season, I don't know how long this process is going to take. It took a while for us, but for them, it might, be faster or whatnot. But I think if they stick with this guy, he's bringing in the right, characters to formulate something good with Manchester United. So far he's got Cunha, Mbomo. Is Mbomo injured? I haven't heard about this guy in a minute now.
Boom, went to Africa.
AFCON.
African, yeah.
Well, no, even prior to that, I wasn't really hearing too much about Mbomo. But anyway, and Mbomo and Sesko, but Sesko takes time. But they're wishy washy, bro. If we're being real, like sometimes they're good and sometimes they're not so good. But it's gonna take time for them to really gel, especially not now because they don't have everybody that this guy Amram wants to use to play his way of playing football. But yeah, it's just gonna be wishy washy, up and down for them throughout the entire season, and they might just finish like around eighth, which isn't bad. I wouldn't say that's bad if they finish like eighth or something. You know what I mean? It's a process. It's gonna take a while for them to really get back to where they used to be.
I agree with that though. I should agree. I don't think finishing 8 would be bad because right now they are stuck. Just bunch of they promising Luke. 1 minute they show flash of good football, the next minute they
Yeah,
collapse against teams, and they just go back and forth. I mean, they don't got nothing else to compete for except for the Premier League.
yeah.
Most of the times, like this is the time when you get your players together, you get a team, you start building the team. But getting rid of Amory right now wouldn't even make no sense. You can start all over again. So I 100% agree with you, bro. Like, finishing
And
8,
who's gonna
that
want?
might be the hope.
I mean, I was just gonna ask who's gonna want to come in, but there probably is a lot of guys that would want to come in just because it's Manchester United.
Manchester United.
Just because it's Manchester United. Other than that, man, it's a pretty tough job to come into right now. And right now, I think they got the guy. They just gotta stick with him, bring in the right guys, the right tools that this guy wants, and hope for the best. But I think he's the right guy.
What's
Yeah,
going on, Manchester United?
I believe he's the right guy. He's got some good players in Cunha and Mbuemo are good. They're showing that they have capability to attack. Ahmad is good. They got some great young players. I believe I watched them a couple games and watching them, their defense, sometimes you don't know what is going on. It's just they could be playing a good game and then they just go under attack and he's getting the right schemes, but I don't think he has all the right players that he wants. And there hasn't been a set defense. They've had a lot of injuries also. So it's kind of still all over the place. He still hasn't got a
Yeah,
good run. He hasn't had a good run with a set team. It's been kind of all over the place. And then you got Martinez just came back. He's trying to work him in. So it's imbalance again. There's no real team that's been set and be able to go on a run. And I think that's the problem with the Man U. They're top heavy. They have a team to threaten you, but you can threaten them because they don't have the midfield and the defense is like a disconnect.
Especially in
yeah.
the midfield.
It might be a disconnect, but I will say one thing. Last season they used to get ran through. This season they don't get ran through. Like
Yeah.
compare them to
Yeah.
Tottenham, who does
It's a
get
little
ran
better.
through.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what
a
I
little
mean?
better this season. And I believe that he's like I said, he's getting somewhere. I think he's just need a maybe one or two pieces, you know. Casemiro's getting, you know, Casemiro's there. I think he needs a little young a player to go in there, and you know, you have Mano, but somebody to maybe you have Bruno Fernandez, an understudy to him. You see, he just went out with a muscle injury. I just
Bro,
commented that they overuse him. It's like they overuse him.
I
It's
would
like if he knows he can play, they just play him.
Right.
You know, instead of there's
just a
nobody
quick recommendation
yeah. Go ahead.
for their middle. Like you just said something about Casemiro and they need somebody
Yeah,
younger.
yeah,
That just made me think of this guy, Amadou Onana, right? Is it Amadou Onana that plays
yeah,
for
yeah. West Ham
Villa?
is a
No,
Villa,
no, no, Villa.
Villa. Oh yeah,
Him.
he's on Villa. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That kid is
He would work well over there, I would
yes,
say, in Man
yes.
United's midfield.
You know,
So with that being
yes.
said, though, like what team needs January window the most, like that right now? If you could look at all the Premier League team, what team can't wait for January that has to make a
Man-
move in the next window?
Manchester United.
I believe.
Uh, if we're just talking about like the big teams, like the recognized teams, Manchester United, Tottenham, but they're not going to really do much. It doesn't matter who they bring in; it's still going to be Tottenham. You know what
Right.
I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Liverpool need heavy reinforcements in their midfield and their defense. I mean, I would say us, but we really don't need anybody. But just cause I'm gonna throw
Yeah,
us in
just
there,
because
yeah, because you know
to
these injuries
keep things
is
fresh and
getting crazy.
excited,
Yeah,
you know?
that too. But these injuries, bro, they're getting
Oh,
ridiculous.
yes, yes. You see, like Bruno
Chelsea.
Fernandez, I said,
I
they
want to
play
say
him every
Chelsea,
game.
but then again, where do you really need reinforcements besides striker, maybe, right?
Yeah, I think striker and the center backs needed. We need somebody that
Center backs.
Enzo Maresca need to pick this guy that he wants. We don't want no 19, 18. You know what I mean? We need somebody with experience, somebody that could just
Yes.
hold on the line. Because at the end of the day,
Correct.
Reece James is a captain, but he's more of I'm a lead by example. He's not vocal. You know what I'm saying? We need a center back. Our striker, Joao Pedro, is not a striker, by the way. And
Yeah.
Delap get hurt.
Bro, that's poor investment from you guys, bro. Those are two strikers that you guys brought in the summer to replace
Yeah.
the guy that you sent to Bayern.
Well, we didn't send
Yes.
Jackson to buy him because we need to replace him with these guys. Jackson just wasn't executing. He wasn't clinical, like
Yeah.
like you mentioned about Arsenal need to be. But I know
You're right. You're right. But Jackson scored how many last season? 15. These two combined don't even touch his numbers from last season.
Yeah, but we're also in a better position now without him because this guy doesn't have the opportunity that Jackson had. One thing I love about Jackson, he could do all the hard work. He do work hard. He knows how to move without the ball, but just in front of the goal, bro. It's like this is what you get paid
it
for.
wasn't clinical enough.
He wasn't clinical, no. That's where you gotta go. But I do believe that the bottom tier teams, though, they definitely need this January window if they want to stay in the Premier League, like West Ham, Forest, Burnley. Wolves, I give up on Wolves, man. They should just send them.
They're done,
They
bro.
should just
They're
be.
done.
They
They're
should just
done.
be done right now.
Man.
They are done.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah, January transfer. Oh, go ahead, bro.
Go ahead.
I was saying, yeah, general transfer window is very crucial for certain teams right now. Like this
Yeah.
is probably the most crucial one
Exactly.
of all
They're
windows
gonna
of the
spend
past
money.
years. Yeah.
Not so
I
much for the
believe-
top clubs because at this point you only want to bring pieces in just in case of injuries. But some of these clubs that need players that will actually play games in and game out. But with that being said, though, man, this is the last question, man. Who's your Premier League player of the season so far?
That's damn for real.
I got three in mind. If you guys
You
want,
got
I could
three?
go first. I
Go
got
ahead.
3 in mind. But
Go
you know
ahead,
what,
go
man?
ahead.
Man, I don't want to. I gotta take this hat and flip it backward because I don't want to get crucified out there, man. Because but our sport, we keep it real here. We're not biased. This is sport talk.
Purist.
We do boss balls sometimes, but this is a field fact we speak, man.
Well, yeah.
Honestly, though, man, if I had to pick right now, I'll pick Saka. Saka has been Arsenal's most consistent performer all season. That kid could play. That kid is consistent. And I think that right now, if I had to give a Premier League season award, I would have picked Caicedo. I would have picked Order if I want to be biased, but I got to go with Saka, man. I love the kid. He put his head down. He just come down there to do what he do. And you can, at the end of the day, you can knock out, not just talented, he's also a hard worker. This kid doesn't complain. You don't hear him whining and complaining to the referee like some of these guys does. But he put in shift in, man. He earned every penny he makes, man. Since Arsenal coming, look, Saka is a consistent player. You got to give the kid the credit. And if I had to pick right now, that's the guy I would pick.
For me, I would have to go with probably Holland, to be honest with you, bro.
Yeah, that was my second.
Holland's been he's just doing what he does best, bro, and that's scoring goals consistent. And yeah, he just looks very unstoppable, bro, so far. And then following behind him, I'd probably put Morgan Rogers.
Fact. That was
Yeah,
my
He's
top
also
three.
yeah,
he's been killing
yeah.
it also for Villa, bro. He's every game he's been kind of doing something. I don't know. I don't. For me, all the Arsenal players haven't really Declan Rice, and that's about it for me from
Yes.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
That's it. I
Yeah,
would say.
but you also gotta look at, man. Saka has actually been the most consistent performance all season. His performance is consistent. You can't say one
His
game where you could be like, yes, he doesn't score goal, but like the threat alone to just be in there, even as a decoy, cause right, Saka draw attention. Declan Rice do
he
his thing.
does.
Don't
He
get me
does.
wrong.
He does. He does. But those are my three at least, because Holland's been really, very consistent with what he does best. Like I said, score goals. And Morgan Rogers is also one of the reasons why his team is where they are right now.
Fact,
So that's why I put him
fact.
up there. And then also Declan Rice is also the reason why we are where we're at right now. One of the reasons, not the main reason, but one of the reasons. And he's a very impactful player in our team, and he's been showing it throughout the entirety of the season thus far. So I'd put him up there as well.
Villa, man, the dark horse, man. What you think, Queens? Who's your player of the season
But
so
I
far?
believe I would say just because of the records he's setting, the pace he's going at is Haaland. Because I just gotta respect his scoring record as a
Yeah,
footballer.
yeah,
That's what
bro.
you want, and he's coming up at the right place at the right time, and he's giving his
Right
team
time.
a chance. He's giving his team a chance. You look at they had a gap. They closed up the gap. So I would say Haaland. I would put Morgan Rogers and also Saka up there as well for second and third, however you want to put it, because of Saka. I have to respect his performance he's been putting in. I want more. Only reason why I wouldn't put him second is because I just want some more goals out of him. And like you said, Saka draws all the
Attention.
attention, and we worked. That's in our style. We worked to overload that side to get the ball over, and that's where our chance came from the other day because all the attention is drawn over there. So, but Morgan Rogers, he came from City, and he's proven to you that y'all, I'm the stone that the builder refused. Look at me, and he's making something out of what they're giving him. And at Villa, they're right at the top too. So I gotta put that man up there as well. That kid is. If we wouldn't have got Eze, I would want him. I wouldn't mind him in an Arsenal shirt. I like his
Facts.
style. I like his
Facts.
style, man. That kid is, and he's calm under pressure, and he's finishing goals too. So yeah, but for me, it's
Yeah.
Haaland for sure.
Yep, that's also my top three. But the only reason I put Saka on top because you guys on top of the table. I got Holland and
Yeah,
Brandon Rogers. I mean Morgan Rogers. Rogers, man,
yeah,
he's doing his thing, man. Yo, you
yeah.
guys share the best, bro.
Hey, I
Dude,
respect
man.
that. I gained a lot of more respect for him just watching it. He scored almost the same goal. He's just cutting in, but he's so confident he doesn't have to look. And if you give him a little space, he's gonna
He's
make
gonna
you
take
pay.
it.
He's gonna make you pay, man. He's gonna make you pay.
He's gonna
Euro,
take it, bro.
Euro. This Man U fans, I want you to listen and listen good. What is that? Euro. He's chasing him 2 times the same way, and he finishes the same way. I mean, we've been there in the past, but come on, man. They
Hey,
they they
fellas,
giving him
man.
confidence.
All right, guys, man. This is match week 17 in the books, man. Title race heating up, man. Villa still flying. And drop your thoughts in the comments and who's gonna win the league. Don't say Arsenal, man. You
Word
might
up.
get disappointed. Trust me, man. You're gonna get disappointed, man. Which team are you most worried about in the drop in this zone? Please press the subscribe button. Abdullahi, thank you for being here. Quincy,
Like
you
and
already know, my
subscribe.
brother. Like and subscribe,
Peace.
man. I appreciate you guys for being here, man. Premier League
Pleasure to
is
be here.
back every Sunday. We here.